Good morning and welcome to Love Island, the morning after the penultimate episode of the series. And as you can see, I'm not in our usual studio. I am in South Africa and I am back in the beach hut. It's very nostalgic for me. Seems a lot bigger without that big chair. But you may think I'm on my own, but I'm not on my own this morning. We have a triangle of talent. It's myself, Harriett, Blackmore and Ronnie Vint. They're going to be here with me all morning to dissect all the drama from last night's episode. Guys, do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good. Well, let's get into it then. It's so lovely to have you back. I'm a massive fan of both of you. I think you're amazing. I did like a little video at the beginning of like one line about each of the initial lineup, and I actually said you were the greatest man that had ever been on Love Island.
I saw that.
Yeah, and everyone was like, I was like, when he came into the podcast,
She
the
ain't
best,
wrong.
the best. And I love you as well. So you two, I said this in the summer,
Oh,
like,
thank you. That's really nice.
loved you both together on screen, but then when I met you separately, I was like, I completely get why you two are together.
Yeah. Now we're back.
Yeah, and now you're back, baby. Why are you back? Why did you sign up to All Stars?
To find someone, because if not, I'm just useless. And little did I know it would be Harriett Blackmore again.
Mine's the same. Obviously, we didn't know in the casting process that either of us were going in. So just went into it with like a fresh mind. And then obviously when I came in the villa, tried to do that again. And then it kind of led me back here, which I'm not mad about.
No.
So,
The thing is, you two are what Love Island is about, like nurturing relationships in the villa, aside from like all the trappings of life. And has it given you that space to breathe and not have, like, you know, outside influences saying, oh, don't do that, don't do that. And I know you have the other islanders, but it's given you that space to come back together.
I definitely think, like, it's been a big distraction from, like, all the outside noise for me because, honestly, the hand on my heart, I never thought I'd speak to Ronnie again. Like, I have him blocked on everything. So I was, like, adamant, like, no. But in here, you know, you're forced to face your feelings and speak about things and have difficult conversations, and I'm just glad I did because, yeah, we're here now, which is good.
In a season of unblocking, so we had Gabby is going to unblock Marcel tomorrow when she gets her phone back. Yeah. It's brilliant. Now, let's talk about the dumping. Was it hard to have people that you've lived with and you've been friends with and you've supported through their journey stood there having to decide who was going to go home?
Yes, obviously we were there ourselves last year, so we know it's a really difficult decision, but what I struggled with is, like, everything that we overcame as a couple in the villa, and those islanders helped us with that, and they were our friends and, you know, giving us advice day to day and telling us what to do and whatever, to then throw it all back in your face, that was, like, the hardest thing. Because it's like, were you my friends or were you just told to have these conversations with me? Because, like, that's not nice.
Who, like, betrayed you the worst, would you say?
I don't know, it was brutal, wasn't it, all of it?
Not Montel, he's not your boy. You should know him through
Not my
football.
boy, do you know what I mean? Just play football together. No,
I've played football with loads of people.
Yeah, that one was a little bit sore. But for me, like, you meet these people on the show, are they really going to be your mates after?
Yeah.
Like, I'll probably speak to 4 people from my series, like, boy-wise. So, obviously, look, we had to do it last year. It's a brutal thing to do, but, like, the decisions that were thrown against us more from the girls, it was like, you've had our back. You said to us last week that we're in love and you're backing us, and then
some
you
of
go
us
and
are
do
calling
that.
us the lot strongest couple, and it's like, okay, so then to do that is just weird to me. I think the girls is definitely who I struggle with the most, especially Tina and Sammy, because I thought they were my really good friends. It's just awkward, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just hard. If you were in the Islanders' shoes, who would you have picked?
Out of all the couples?
Yeah, go on, let's throw everyone in.
I would have gone Deacon and Curtis.
Same.
Okay, reasons?
Just for, like, the whole journey and, like, the last week or so, you've just made her your girlfriend. I just didn't think that was the time to do it.
Yeah.
You know, like, we've seen the whole thing. They would probably be my vote because I think the other couples are stronger.
It was quite a dramatic round the fire pit, I think. There was a lot of toing and froing.
Yeah.
Are you glad you stood up for yourself, or do you wish you'd been a bit, like, more reserved?
I feel like last season, like in season 11, I never stuck up for myself. So I went into this season, like, you know, stronger. I've done it before with a better headspace. And I just feel like if I didn't in that moment, then I would have walked away regretting it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm never going to take anything outside the villa. Like, I said what I said to those people in there, and that's that. We can draw a line underneath it. But for me, I just feel like I needed to stick up for myself.
Yeah. Do you have any regrets on your journey at all?
Probably saying whatever I said to Casey across the game, because it's not really in my character to speak to someone like that. And I honestly, hand on my heart, for a few days had no idea that I said that. Like, I was led to believe that I didn't say that. So obviously when Saffron told me on the calls, it was a bit of a shock. So I think that's probably my only regret is obviously using that word. But other than that, no.
I will say, though, I did completely understand where you come from on that, because I don't want to do a bit of when I was on Love Island. You've only got, like, 2 more episodes of this. But when I was on Love Island, I walked through the airport and someone shouted something at me and I was like, what have they just shouted at me? And then I got on the plane and my friend was working the flight and she was like, I was coming back here to tell you I loved you. And I was like, what? And I said, who said that? And she went, you did? Like, it's a thing? Yeah. And I was like, I don't remember saying that.
You don't remember things, do you?
You don't remember because you sort of block each day out, don't you? Because every day is so long.
And everything happens so quickly, so you move on to it, and then I was, like, annoyed about something else, and then, like, do you know what I mean?
But hats off to you for apologising to Casey. Again, though, you didn't have to, but the fact that you did was amazing.
Yeah,
like,
we were so close, and I think that's why I got my back up a bit, but obviously I love him so much, and that's all clear.
Any regrets for you, Ronnie?
No regrets. No.
Love Island isn't just about the love. You two have found the love. But friendships, which friendships will you take home from the villa with you?
Casey, for me. Me and him got on really well. And it's funny because I actually at the start I thought he was a bit of a... and it turned, so yeah, I'm rooting for him and he's a good boy, really good boy.
Well, obviously, Grace and Luca are my friends on the outside, so I already have those. Yeah. I think literally all of the girls. I wouldn't be able to pick one. They've all been so lovely, so...
Until yesterday.
Until yesterday. Oh, yeah, there's people in the villa now, I'd say. Yeah. I'm not sure about the other ones.
Now, take us back to that moment where you first saw each other again, or not saw each other, because you had a blindfold on.
And not
but that
music.
first moment when you connected again in the kissing challenge.
I remember
How
that
did
kiss.
that feel?
Yeah, it was a feeling that I've never had, and I know that's like I've just been reading all the soppy comments that I've been saying, but do you know what I mean? I stand by all of them, and like I think the world of Harriett, and I really do think we're in a good place. So.
Yeah. Well, on that note, last night after you left, Curtis did say Ronnie treats Harriett like a princess, but I'd love to see Harriett treat Ronnie like a king.
Yeah, king and queen.
Is that in your future plans to give him the king treatment?
Yes, but, you know, it's still early days. You know, he's been making up to me for 3 weeks. Got a long way to go. I'm joking. No, you know, I feel like always princess treatment.
Yeah.
Like, I think you guys saw a lot of that and not the other way around, so that's mainly part of it. But, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
My little queen.
Oh, you two are the best. I love you. Why will this time be different for you two?
I feel like
You answer.
I'm in a completely different headspace and like we're fully equipped for this now. I know it might sound crazy, but that feeling I'll go back to that Harriett gave me I've never had, and it's something that I want to act on and I want to be with her. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying last time I didn't, but I just didn't know where I was at.
We discussed this the other night and I would be really interested to get your take on it. When you do Summer Love Island, you go in as a personal shopper or footballer and you come out and your whole life changes and you're in the public eye suddenly and you're being pulled from pillar to post and you're working away and you're doing stuff. When you come into All Stars, your life's already changed. Because there's a lot of really strong couples from last year's All Stars and I think it's because you are going back to your sort of normal life that you had 5 weeks ago.
Yeah, because it's not new. Like, you've all known the experience and you're all in the similar work line.
Yeah.
So it's not as hard. I think also, like, adapting from going from a normal job to this job and then having all the outside noise, like, the first time is crazy, but then the second time is so much different because you've all dealt with it and also you have your person to, like, relate to. Do you know what I mean?
Well, you have been amazing on the show this year. So gutted that you left just before the final, but you got what you came for.
Well, we've
back
won,
together.
haven't we?
Yeah.
We love it. Will you stick around and talk about some of the stuff that happened in last night's episode with me?
Yep.
After a series brimming with villa antics and pre-love fashion, let's toast to our All-Stars and take a trip back to our final week in the villa. Firstly, we must applaud the happy and closed-off couple, Casey and Gabby. Gabby dazzled in her IMG dress, while Casey sported a casual date night look with a Thomas Brown shirt during their romantic candlelit dinner, which set the scene for our main event, the All-Stars dinner, a showcase of incredible outfits. While everyone looked sensational, Omar deserved a special mention for his Aries denim jacket. It's proof that a classic statement piece can elevate any look, and also that couple co-ords will always slay as he pulled a harmonious match to Catherine's cute House of CB dress. Safe to say, Pre-Loved looks so good on all of our islanders. While another unforgettable season of love comes to a close, Pre-Loved lives on. Keep the villa vibes alive and discover your perfect fit on eBay, sponsors of Love Island All-Stars. So let's start with Luca and Grace. So the dumped Islanders returned to the villa. They're around the fire pit. They were all giving their judgments on their little heart-shaped chalkboards. Now, Olivia didn't just vote for you two. She also decided that she was going to go to the bench of safe couples as well.
Easy, isn't it?
And she was going to go and say to Luca that she'd seen texts where Grace said she would stop at nothing to win.
So I've seen text messages of Grace just saying to someone that she'll do whatever it takes to win the show this time.
Sorry?
So I was just a bit
Wait, what?
confused.
From who?
From someone back
Probably
home.
made it up, babe, like she
Babe,
did with
that
Ronnie.
is absolutely not true. I do not care about winning the show.
No, I've seen it.
From who? Please tell me now.
I've seen the screenshot.
Please tell me now.
I'm not saying who.
Babe, you've made it up like you made up that Ronnie was into you.
Someone's forged that. That is not true.
Okay.
What? What?
I'm just saying what I've seen.
I am gobsmacked.
It's not even true, is it? Like,
Well, there's no
herself.
proof anywhere because I've looked everywhere. And also, Grace, that just isn't in her nature. Like,
No.
she doesn't speak like that. And I feel like she's got a really close group of people and everyone can vouch for her in that sense. Like, I don't think those words can ever come out of her mouth.
No, it's hard, and I think there's been a lot of, like, toing and froing online and parents commenting on posts and stuff, and it's all going a little bit crazy.
It's just a crazy thing to say, though, isn't it? Like, if
Yeah.
it isn't true, like...
Yeah, I do
what
feel
are
like
getting out of that?
if you make that point, you've got to stand on business, you've got to have the receipts. You can't throw allegations like that. That's really damaging to, like, people and not actually have anything to back it up.
And it's not the question you were asked.
No.
Also, you know, it's different. You're voting for us, not them.
Now, you did obviously say to her in a great moment, did you Photoshop yourself on my head? Now, she didn't admit to it, did she?
I've got
No,
the photo,
I was going to say, there's only
Ronnie's
one
got
person
it.
that's got the
I've
photo,
got- I think-
so unfortunately, Ronnie, it's down to
You
you.
know what? I need to find that photo. I'll have a look from my photos.
I feel like also, you know,
I've got
if
it.
she didn't do that, she would have said, no, I didn't. She just said that, like...
Well, so she's saying she didn't send this photo,
Yeah.
is that the thing?
Yeah.
She's saying she didn't?
From what we saw in the episode, obviously she didn't say, I didn't send the photo, she just kept saying, you said you were a PR stunt, you said you're a
Yeah.
PR
Because
stunt.
even
And
at
again,
the
she didn't.
start, I didn't bring it up, like,
No.
not at all, because I just thought it was so relevant, but... Yeah, if it is, I'll find it.
Now, Kaz warned Grace not to trust Luca because of the whole Sammy thing. I personally think you can't live on what ifs. Like, again, like last week, a lot of people were talking about, oh, well, if Sammy had come in at this time, when you all had to ask the audience questions, and everyone was talking about, like, Grace and Sammy and Grace and Sammy. Like, you know, if you didn't come in till week 7, things might have been different.
I
If you
know.
didn't come in week
That's
1,
what I
things might have been
think.
different.
It was
You
too
can't-
far gone, like,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, he built something with Grace, and then obviously the way the show works, you've got to go on that date and whatnot. And it's like, do you go and be rude, or do you just go and talk to that person?
Yeah.
But then, like, I'll back Luca up in that. I don't think he done anything wrong.
He has said from day one, even in the process, that he always fancied Sammy. You're allowed to fancy someone and not
Yeah.
want to be with them. Like, I don't know why everyone's making out they needed to get married out there. I was like, really, guys? Like, get over Luca. It's a bit weird.
I loved it when he said, well, I fancy Megan Fox, but I'm
Yeah.
still with Grace.
Exactly.
We've all got people we fancy.
Yeah.
I suppose that is the weird thing in the industry, though, isn't it? Like, I always wind my husband up when he's like, you know, who's the sexiest celebrity? And I, like, name people I know. He's like, no, not people you know.
Now, India, you know me, I love a bargain. In fact, if I can save whilst I spend, that makes me almost as excited as watching a recoupling.
Okay, I'm going to need some tips because serving looks on the pod is not cheap.
Well, ITV Kerching is a brilliant new tool from ITV. Once activated on your web browser, it literally finds discounts across 800 of the UK's largest retailers whilst you're shopping.
Wow, I mean, is that going to be quite fiddly?
Not at all. When you're shopping online, ITV Kerching will pop up whilst you're checking out. It brings you the best deals so you save money on your purchases.
That sounds amazing and very easy, but is it expensive?
Nope, it's totally free. You can use it on clothes, your food shop, and even trips abroad.
Okay, well, that's my evening sorted. Me and Dami want to book a new holiday, and that means we're going to have some more spending money to spend on some cute glasses.
Exactly. All you need to do is go to itv.com/Kerching, follow the instructions to get it on your browser, and then shop away.
Now let's get on to something much nicer, your favourite couples. Obviously, it's the final tonight. We love all the couples, they're all strong. But if you had to pick some favourites, who would they be and why?
I would say Grace and Luca, just because they're both my really good friends and I do really believe in their connection, so I'd love to see them go a long way in their relationship. If not them, Casey and Gabby. I feel like I've seen such a change in Casey, like, and I think everyone has.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's his third time, so it'd be nice for him to actually win it and, you know, meet someone. So they'd be my two.
I know this could be Casey's last ever day in the Love Island
I know.
villa today.
What are they
He'll be
going to do?
producing it, so you're saying.
Yeah.
What are the producers
He'll
going to
come back and do the beach hut.
Casey and Gabby for me. Yeah, I want him to win. I think he deserves it. And
They are a great couple.
also, I'd like to see Omar. Obviously, we've done our journey of Omar, and he's such a
Yeah.
good boy. So, yeah, I'm rooting for them too.
him and Catherine got no votes.
I know, they shouldn't have been in there. There should have been other people, they shouldn't have been in there.
Well, we will find out tonight who is going to win.
I know.
Finally, have you got any favourite moments from the villa?
When my trousers got stuck.
I mean, the world's favourite moment. Because also you walking Ronnie like a dog.
Oh yeah,
It's also a great moment.
Mine would probably be like the challenges. So love the heart rate challenge, love the talent show.
I mean, it is just like your favourite thing ever. Just like, you want me to dance in front of people again?
But also I feel like they're just happy moments because everyone's getting along and, you know, they're just moments that you'll never forget. So, and the hideaway.
The hideaway.
Because we didn't get a date this time. Obviously we did last time, so it was nice that we got some one-on-one time.
That was cute.
So yeah.
Now, you two in your cute little Valentine's date, you're up on the terrace, and Ronnie, you were about to ask Harriet to be your girlfriend, and you said, not now, not now. Like, were you protecting yourself? Were you wanting to do it on the outside? Because we had like lots of different like theories on the pod.
I think what it is for me is that I know that we're so public, because it's our job now, and everything from our last series and our relationship was so open. So I just wanted to keep like a tiny bit of it private. So when he kind of asked me, kind of didn't, I just said, not now, like, because I obviously want to be his girlfriend more than anything, but I just wanted to keep it a bit more private and keep something for yourself, you know. So definitely soon to come on the outside if you ask me again. If not, I'll be asking him.
I was going to say, you're going to have to ask him.
But I just didn't want to do it on the TV. That's literally all it comes down to.
Nice. Well, thank you so much for joining me here today. It's been so lovely having you. We have one episode of Love Island left, and it is the final. It is tonight, but that is not all. You'll obviously have your usual Tuesday morning podcast, the last one of the series, on YouTube, ITVX, and wherever you get your podcast tomorrow morning. But tonight, I will be hosting a live stream on TikTok and Instagram from 8:20. So I'll be starting out the front of the villa with the finalists while they're having their pictures taken. Now, if, like me, you've never been in a Love Island final before, you've probably seen the iconic Islander portraits and thought, when are those taken and where are those taken? I'm going to be there while they're having their photos taken, stealing them away couple by couple to have a chat with them. And then I'll be running to the back garden with a garden full of dumped Islanders, including Ronnie and Harriet. Now, I thought I had loads of questions to ask. Then I watched last night's episode and I have even more questions to ask them now, but I can't do this alone. So if you have any questions that you want to ask any of the finalists or any of the dumped Islanders, please comment them below and I will try my best to get them all asked. Right, well, I need to go and have a little nap before the excitement of the final tonight. So I will see you on Instagram and TikTok at 8:20, and I'll see you again in the morning. Bye.